Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Sydney vs Western Bulldogs game, going through who went well and how it really started off what seems to be already a really good round for me, and how I got top 3 scorers by a margin and picked a guy who looks like now is probably the top 5 or 6 for scores for the round as my VC, so really happy about that. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, I have the result here of the stats with it. So Gordon was really good, 22, 37, 52, a little bit quiet in the last over 15, but Swans were they trying to come back or something in this game? I forget from memory. I think they were down. Oh no, they were down 3 points, and they just couldn't get it into Gordon's hands, which really did suck. But he ended up laying a holding the ball tackle, which was huge, and got the 8 points here. A lot of my guys seem to be able to lay holding the ball tackles this week, which really does really lift your score up. So he got one here, which really did help. I guess not really kick on, but at least get some scoring to get over that 120. And was really good. Flora at 103, he pulls out these games every once in a while, and there wasn't really anyone out, so it was just Blake. He didn't have as influential a game fancy wise, so Florent just took up the mantle, I guess. And he also did take up a lot of what Mills does. If we doesn't really show it here, but at least in the last quarter he took he gold here off a mark, 1 mark here, 2, and then I'm guessing another mark here. So he ended up with like 4 marks, 5 marks in the game or something. And yeah, so, and then McInerney 97, a good effort from him. Cunningham somehow ended up on a 95. Don't know how he pulled that one out. Rowbottom 93, he's actually started to pick it up, but I think he's just going to be that type of guy that always scores 90. I don't see him being able to lift his game, as I don't think he's going to become that 22, 25 touch midfielder that you really need with his tackling ability, as I think he laid somewhere around that 10 tackles. Parker here just didn't get involved in the game. Amadi 80, and I don't know how he really did that, to be honest. I guess he just got a couple of marks and shots on goal. So here we had a mark here, a mark and goal here, another mark here, and another one here as well. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks already there. So that's 30 plus the goal, and behind that's 37 points of his total there. And then he laid some tackles as well. Franklin, I thought, was actually a lot more influential than his stats actually said, because he, although we only kicked, I think, 2 goals, 1 or whatever, he applied a lot of forward pressure, so it wasn't actually that bad of a game from him. Heaney 79, just that annoying forward that isn't really going to score that well, it doesn't seem like anymore. Papley 77, was involved in the midfield a little bit, and got his 4 goals as well, which really catapulted his score. McLean, Mills 71 here. Really disappointing from Mills, especially because he got away early and got away to 12 points in the first 6 minutes, and you thought this is going to be on for him. He was looking at those short kicks as well. So we'll just have to wait and see with him, but I think he's primed next year to go big. I think as he'll have a full pre-season under his belt, and he should just look better, as he's not really getting as many involvements in the game as I think he wants, and that's why he's not scoring as well. McCartan, Rampy, Blakey, Hayward, Wicks, no one else here really too relevant. Then we move over to Western Bulldogs here, and you have Bont at 142. He was absolutely huge, just 79 point second after a 63 point first. Excuse me. Yeah, he just put it on, and there was no way. The Swans don't have a stopper for a guy that's over 190 centimeters, so Bont basically just runs the show. And yeah, 142 from him, and he almost willed his team to a victory because no one else did anything basically for Western Bulldogs that was out of the norm, because English had a massive mismatch, and that's why he did so well, because he got like 60 hit outs or whatever. but Bont just absolutely dominated, and yeah, no one else from Western Bulldogs really did anything, to be honest. So yeah, he ended up with 142, and he looks like the player to have at the moment. English 140, absolutely huge from him, just really consistent. If you're going to have a 24-point quarter as your worst quarter, you're going to score well, especially when you have other 39s, 37 and 40. So yeah, he was just really good to have, and ended up on the 140, which was a really good VC score. Libba 118, 35, 21, 30, 32, just pretty consistent, and ended up a 118. So he's someone that you could look at. Ed Richards a 108, fell away in the second half, I guess, after having a 65 first. But yeah, fell away. Norton's just a key forward that fell away in the last as well. Trelaw injury concerns as well on a 99, just didn't really get the non-disposal points that you really need. Williams 87, he's been pretty good. And then you have McRae here on 71, and wow, this is really, really bad. No CBAs, I believe, for McRae, and yeah, just didn't get involved and didn't get any points or anything basically. Dale 68, Daniel 67. These guys, McRae and Daniel, basically killed a lot of people. McRae, Daniel, and Mills being relatively highly owned in the top 1,000. Killed a lot of people's rounds and have opened it up for me to come through pretty strong at the end, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, just really happy that they didn't score well, because, and here's the hard part, is that one of them's going to score well next round. It's just picking the right one at this point in the season, because it doesn't really matter about break evens anymore. And so I'm still going to look at Butters, even though he is injury concerned. But I also am looking at getting Dunkley back and Flanders, if I can do that. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Vandermeer, Poulter, Hugo Hagen, Scott, Keith, none of these guys really matter too much. And then Darcy O'Donnell was, I think, concussed. Darcy also with an injury, and Garcia just didn't get involved in the game from memory. And Gardner, and Garcia didn't really get involved in the end. But that's the video there, a short video, partially because I need to get through it, because the footy is on in a minute. The North vs Hawthorn game, so these are recorded on the Sunday, so got to get through them before that comes out, because I want to be able to at least watch that somehow. But yeah, so that's the video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks guys, goodbye.